Friends, I'd like to ask you a question. Are you constantly feeling that you're not good enough? And do you sometimes wish that you were someone else? Another question, do you find it difficult at times to recognize yourself? In fact, I'm asking you these questions because it's human nature to feel inadequate, inferior at some stage in your life. But if it's happening on a regular basis and it gets very bad, it can create depression and it can have a massive impact on your relationship, because subconsciously you're giving signals to your partner that you're not confident, and this can affect how your relationship plays out and can impact on your self-esteem. And it can also have a damaging impact on your mental well-being generally. And if you're not in a relationship, sometimes, when you feel as if you are worthless, you feel as if you don't fit in, everybody else appears to be paired up with someone else, and then you look at yourself and you're on your own, and it gets you thinking, what's wrong with me? So I've created 7 ways that you can overcome these feelings and build up your self-confidence. Stop feeling worthless, build up self-love, and it will make you more attractive in yourself, feel more attractive in yourself. And you'll be able to get out of your own head, have more control of your own life, and make your spouse or your partner, or just your life in general, flow easier, thrive better. So don't go away, I'm going to be back in a sec. Welcome back, everyone. This channel is all about empowering you in your relationships and on your personal growth journey. Love you. So the very first thing that you need to do to stop feeling worthless is to understand the psychology, what's going on in your head, what's going on in your mind for you to feel that way in the first place. And there are a number of reasons why you could be feeling this way. The first one is because of childhood trauma. This could be as simple as somebody telling you when you're a child that you'll never amount to anything, to being subject to childhood abuse, whether it's physical, verbal, sexual, emotional, and this could involve a number of things. Childhood traumas will often affect you in adult life because it subconsciously affects how you actually value yourself. And it can make you feel that you're not being heard, you're not being seen, you'll be more prone to vulnerability and a feeling of worthlessness. Or you could feel worthless because you've gone through as an adult negative things that have happened to you that have created a trauma in adult life, and it's taken away, robbed you of your self-esteem and your feeling of self-confidence. Or it might be perhaps your partner making you feel worthless because they're always criticizing you, gaslighting you, or demeaning you. And if this is happening to you, then I've put a link down below in the description, and this video will ensure that you can stop feeling used in your relationship, because it might be the fact that your partner's using you that makes you feel worthless. Along with this, stress can also have an impact on how you feel about yourself, your feeling of self-worth, and also comparing yourself to other people. Let's face it, there's always going to be someone that's got more money than you, that's got a better job than you, that's got a better looking partner than you, that's got a big car, a better house than you. And if you compare yourself to other people, you're always going to be setting yourself up to feeling worthless. So the first thing to do is to understand the psychology of why you feel that way. The second thing that you need to do to stop feeling that you're just not good enough is to know and understand that those thoughts are irrational. And I know it's easier for me to say it than for you to actually think it. But if you look at it this way, what's happening to you is that you're looking at yourself through society's eyes that tell you that you're not important enough, that you don't matter. And this will subconsciously impact on your state of mind. So let me give you an example of this. Now, I want you to stop the video in a moment because I want you to look around the room and look at all the items that are in the room that are red. Okay, so make a list of all those items. Now, what I want you to do now is not look around the room. Okay, so I don't want you to look around the room, but what I want you to do is to think about all the items in your room that are black. Now, I'm guessing that you will be able to remember more items that are red than black, because you were focusing on the items that were red, because I told you to actually look around the room. And it's the same thing that you're doing by feeling worthless, because you're looking for things in your world, in your community, in your space that make you feel worthless. You're not looking for the items that are black that will make you feel good. You're looking for the items that are red that are making you feel worthless. And this is what your mind is subconsciously doing. And this is something that you have to stop doing so you can start feeling good about yourself. And I'm going to show you and tell you exactly how you can do this. And that brings me to the third thing that you can do to stop feeling negative, to stop this feeling of worthlessness in your life. And that is to ask yourself some challenging questions. The first question I really want you to ask yourself is it really all about you as an individual? Because it might be the fact that you are punishing yourself for not achieving the things that you think would make you a better person. And maybe you've been scared to try these things, try doing these things that make you feel more holistic. Because let's be honest, we want to strive to be the best person that we can be. So if you're not taking the steps to be the better person, then it can make you feel worthless. But you can overcome this by asking yourself whether you feel that you have a lack of hope. So that's why you're not doing these things, to overcome your feeling of worthlessness, that you're just not good enough. And a really quick way to overcome this is to educate yourself, because people who educate themselves, they have better feelings of being hopeful, having worth, and feeling value. And you don't have to, go to university to do this. It's just self-learning, understanding yourself better, going on that course maybe that you wanted to do. And another thing I want you to do is to question what you need to do to forgive yourself. You need to disconnect the mistakes that you have made in your life with your identity. Don't fuse the two, because they're completely separate. And if you're in a relationship at the moment and you're going through tough times, know that it's better to work at your relationship, because people who are married or in a relationship fare better than people who are divorced or single. They have a better mental well-being. So it's worth putting in the work. My channel is all about empowering you in your relationships. So check out the videos below if you're having difficulties in your marriage or in your relationship. And the fourth thing that you should do to stop feeling worthless after you've asked yourself these questions is check out how you actually communicated with yourself. Because very often when you feel worthless, you'll say to yourself, "Oh, you idiot, what the hell were you doing?" You need to start thinking about yourself in positive terms. Be optimistic and hopeful. So start saying things to yourself, positive affirmations like, "I am successful, I am confident, I am powerful, I am strong, I'm getting better and better every day. All I need is within me right now." And say to yourself that I wake up feeling motivated, that you're unstoppable force of nature. Because as a Christian, I believe that God has given you the tools to thrive and to achieve whatever it is you put your mind to. And once you've practiced these self-affirmations, it brings me to point 5. You need to challenge yourself to start taking action to create the things that you want to do in your heart. So, stop thinking that you're just not good enough. Don't jump into taking action in a big way. What you should do is take small steps, one step, then another step, then another step. And then you look back and you'll see the big picture and realize that you are what you want to be in life. The 6th thing that you need to do to stop feeling worthless is to stop being your own worst critic and let go of the past. Because sometimes what can happen is that you could be compounding things. For example, you're wearing your problems like you're wearing your clothes, and you're not letting go of all those things that are upsetting you. Look, know that there's going to be points in your life where you're going to be disappointed in yourself. You're going to feel that you've let yourself down. I do it all the time. And that's a part of human nature. That's okay. But you're going to have to move on beyond that. Life is 90% of how you deal with the situations that you are facing. So remember that. And that brings me to the 7th thing that you need to do to stop feeling that you're just not good enough. And that is, look at the things that are in your life that are positive. And I get it. You might not be able to think of anything right now, but a great way of being able to think about these things is to do acts of kindness to other people. Because what that does is it heightens the dopamine in your brain and makes you feel good about yourself. And this is a really simple way of feeling that you have value and worth, and it also builds up your self-confidence. Now, if you feel that you need help to talk about it to somebody else, that you're really going through depression, I'm going to put a link down below of organizations that can help you. But understand that you need to quit blaming yourself, accept yourself for who you are, take the steps that you need to take to feel better about yourself. It could just be, lending a helping hand to a neighbor. That in itself will help you to feel good about yourself. And know that you are wonderfully and fearfully made, as the scripture states. Thanks, friends, for listening. Please subscribe to this video, share and like it, and leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.